There we go.
Good morning.
Good morning. I ain't never seen it do that little pop up.
I always look at
That
the
was weird.
wrong thing. So, where's your coffee?
They're always changing it. Yeah, that's right here. Like they've been updating it every time we get on here. It's always something new. Always something new.
Something new is I had a spill of coffee on my shirt and it was too late to go change it. So, if you're coming in late, you're just gonna. They're not gonna know what it is.
I had 2 Autobahn shirts, and I had my hand on the other one, which is it's a rust color, but we would have been Twinkies because it looks. We would have been. I'm glad I grabbed this one.
Well, I almost forgot. It's August the 9th at 8:05 a.m. And we're here in Alabama. So I'm glad you didn't match me.
I'm glad I didn't match you.
I should have went and changed my shirt because it's going to bug some of you, but I just apologize. Coming up the stairs and had a little spill, and I said, I'm not going back down. So it is what it is. Hope it's not the way the rest of my day is going to go. I already told Jason, I kind of feel like I woke up on the wrong side of the bed. He said he was going to stay away from me. So here we are.
We're going to get her cheered up this morning. Oh, I know. You said you just woke up on the wrong side of the bed.
Some days you just do that, and there's no rhyme or reason for it. Dee Dee woke me up in the middle of the night and she had to go out, and that never happened. So maybe that's what it was. I don't know. Speaking of Dee Dee.
Yeah.
Dee Dee's got a little urinary tract infection going on.
She does.
And Dr. D has given us some antibiotics for her. And I've told y'all she won't take a pill for anything. And I've tried the, pill pouches. She acts like her teeth are not good. She can't chew hard stuff. She'll chew the little teeny tiny milk bones, but anything other than that. The first one I gave her, she chewed it up.
Yeah, you were excited.
I was excited. It's a chewable antibiotic. And I break them in half and gave her half of it. And then broke that in half and she chewed it up. And I was like, oh, yes, this is going to go well. Well, the next time she turned her head and she wouldn't eat it. So y'all had suggested peanut butter, all different kinds of remedies. Well, I've always just kind of crumbled her heartworm pill and her flea medication and put it in her food. And she picks through it, y'all. She picks the medicine out. So I bought a peel grinder that it's intended for pets. I won't use it for anything but pets. I guess you could use it for anything, but it makes it into a powder. And so she eats a grain-free refrigerated food, and I mix it in there real good. She won't eat it. She will not eat her food because it has that medicine in it. Cream cheese. I see people saying cream cheese. I don't think she'd eat it.
Our friend Philip suggested something that I've never seen, and I think it might work.
What?
Canned cat food. Just a little bit canned cat food.
Mix it in there?
Mix it in there.
Okay, Philip.
I think that'll work.
All right, Philip. If it don't work, I'm going to call you. Tell you got to come up with a second suggestion.
He said I can get my dog to eat anything in canned cat food.
Well,
I think he's right.
I've got some pink canned cat food down there at the old barn, and I'm gonna do that. But she's got to finish eating what's mixed in her dog food first.
Yeah.
Oh, y'all, I tell you.
Catherine said, "Yep."
Cat food,
canned cat food. You don't have to give her the whole can.
Oh no, I just give her a little teaspoon mixed into it.
Absolutely.
Well, she tries to bust through the barn when I feed Pink. I have to pick Dee Dee up when I feed Pink because she, small enough to go right through there.
Right.
And she wants Pink's food. So obviously she likes it.
Because the peel's small. So if you just gave her just like a tablespoon.
Well, I was going to crush it up.
That's what I'm talking about. Crush it up and put like a tablespoon of canned cat food.
Okay, I'll try it because she's about to get the best of me. She needs her medicine. She's, when Dr. D came, he wanted some urine. And so I had these little cups and I got just enough for him to test and see that she has a UTI. But he wants to do a complete urinalysis. He wants to make sure there's nothing else underlying.
Yeah.
And so I'm in the process of trying to get more urine from her. I got a cup taped on a long stick, but we know she's got a UTI because she's urinating a lot more frequently. Like she woke me up during the night, and she's got to get her medicine in her.
Becky said, just don't let her see you crush it and put that pill in there.
I tell you, Holly was watching me this morning when I was crushing. I guess she thought I had a treat for everybody I was crushing up.
Yeah.
And she was just, anxiously awaiting. I was like, this is not for you.
Canned catfish. I got that written down.
Okay, well, I'm gonna try it, y'all. I wrote down a bunch of things that y'all told me to try when I told you she wouldn't take a pill. Rocky and Bandit will not take their pill. They will not.
They may do canned cat food too.
They might.
I'm saying just like a tablespoon, put it in there.
My problem with them is separating them.
Yeah, that's true.
So one doesn't get the other one's medicine, because obviously they're outside dogs. So Dee Dee, I don't have a problem with that. I put her in the foyer and block the gate off. So they're saying peanut butter. I don't think she would eat peanut butter. I really don't. She is finicky. Pumpkin. I'm saying pumpkin. I'm gonna try the cat food, and then I'm gonna go with some of the other remedies, because she's got to have
liver.
her.
I've seen liverwurst a lot.
Huh.
I'll write that down. But we know we got a can of canned cat food.
I got canned cat food, so that's something that I can try immediately. All right, Jason, how's your hip doing?
My hip is much better. Y'all, I'm gonna tell you, I was not exaggerating when I said it felt like somebody hit me with a baseball bat. That was that was the honest truth. And when you came running over there, I'm on the ground. You came running over there and you leaned over the fence. And I don't know if you remember what you said, but do you remember what first thing you said to me was?
Probably, are you alive?
You said, is your hip out of socket?
Oh.
You remember that now?
I don't remember, but I know that I knew what happened, and I knew the damage that could be done.
It could have been way worse. I'm that y'all. Joe has reared up, I bet, 100 times.
But he's never made contact.
No, he rears up and he just drops back down. You remember he used to do that to Moody too. He'd rear up on Moody and he'd even walk. Remember Joe would even do that little walk, and he'd drop back down.
Well, I think you were so comfortable with knowing that it has never happened.
It never crossed my mind. Never crossed my mind. But yeah, he went full through all the way. Yeah.
Well, I tell you, Jason, the times that I have fed them, we have their bowls right there next to the fence.
Yeah.
And if that bowl is not right there next to the fence, I'm going to go get another bowl, because I'm not going in there.
Right.
It's just the fact that I know how big they are, and I'm not comfortable going in there. So I go get another bowl from time to time to feed them in if it's not close enough to the fence, or if it's water in it and I can't get it dumped out, I'm not going in there.
You didn't notice it until I showed you, but we all know how big Joe was. But Mo is at least 2 inches taller than Joe, and he's thicker than Joe.
He's a big guy.
He's a big guy. I asked in the video that had anyone else ever been butted by a goat or whatever, and I got a lot of comments, and a lot of people have. There was I was shocked in the comment section, because I saw a lot of comments for the Rams and Bucks.
Really?
Yeah, absolutely, both of them.
Huh?
Yep, both of them were coming after you.
Certain breeds of rams can be really big.
Oh yeah, and a lot of times rams haven't been dehorned,
right?
Either, yeah.
But they usually go backwards, so
that's true. Still would hurt.
It would hurt. It would hurt.
Oh, still would hurt. I remember, and I said this in the video, but I didn't go into great details about it. But when I was a kid, Dad bought some brush goats, because where I grew up, some wood, it was privet. I mean, there's privet everywhere here, y'all. Is. And so he wanted to clear out this privet and poison ivy. It was just overgrown. He got, I don't know how many we had, but we had several just brush goats, which are mutts. At least in here, that's what we call them here in the South. They call them brush goats, which is, there's no specific breed to what that is.
All goats are brush goats, really.
Yeah. And there was one, and I'm assuming it was a buck. I just don't remember because I was young, and I used to want to go down there and see the goats. And he did not. He'd come after me, just like a rooster.
Really?
Just like a rooster. He'd come after me
Maybe he
and
thought you
rear
were
up.
his mate.
I don't know what he thought. I don't know what he thought. So then, a kid being a kid, I thought I want to see these goats, and so and I didn't tell this in the video, but I want to go see these goats, and so y'all remember back in the day those little cheap thin metal TV trays. Now
Oh gosh.
the big, y'all remember we had all those big console TVs, or just I say big, they were big because the console was so big. It sat in your den or living room, and as a kid, I'd sit in the floor and watch TV, and I'd get that TV tray and set it right there and eat my bowl of cereal or whatever. Y'all know what I'm talking about, those little cheap thin. I bet they weigh half a pound.
I bet he sat this close to the TV too.
Yeah, those little cheap. I'm talking about they were nothing, absolutely nothing. So my thinking was, hey Hudson, my thinking was that, all right, this is what I'm gonna do. This TV tray will protect me if I go down there with them goats. So yep, sure enough, I went down there. And the legs folded in like this.
Mm-hmm.
And so I had my arm in it like a shield, like a Roman soldier. I'll go down there, and then I wanna see the goats, and I'm down there, and here he comes. Here he comes, he rears up, and I'm like, boom, and just the TV tray just folds up.
Did you take off running?
I can't remember.
You went back home with a folded up TV tray?
Oh, I can't remember.
And then you had to explain what happened.
I don't remember getting in trouble, so it must not have been too bad.
If I had to guess, you didn't tell them anything. You just set the TV tray right back where it was.
Tried to bend it back and set it back in there.
And you probably didn't say anything about it.
Oh, man. Those TV trays, I remember, and they all had the same design on it. Y'all remember that? I can't remember what that design, but I can physically see it in my mind. It was like and I want to say they were green, but yeah, those cheap. I guess they were aluminum. They wasn't much to them. But yeah.
Well, they wouldn't have been Mo and Joe proof either. So.
Oh, they wouldn't have been Mo and Joe proof at all.
Was it a big goat or a small goat?
He wasn't big.
He was fairly small.
Yeah, he was fairly small. He wasn't. He's probably about tip size. My memory serves me correct, but he had horns.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, he had horns.
Huh. Well, I tell you, my biggest fear when I saw you was that you had. There was some kind of ligament tear. Something had really bad happened. Because you were laying on the ground and you were grabbing your hip and.
Oh, I saw somebody. Susan asked, does she need to season her pan? No, they are pre-seasoned, so you're good to go. And every time you use it with whatever fat that you use, butter, oil, tallow, bacon grease, every time you use it, it'll season it again, and it'll get better and better and better and better and better.
So we'll talk about the pans in a little bit, because
I just wanted to answer that.
Yeah, I got an idea that I think would be beneficial to everybody on the pans.
Okay.
But when you stood up, did you know that that it wasn't out of socket?
Yeah, I knew it wasn't out of socket, but it was throbbing. It was like, it's somebody, it was being boys, and we'd give somebody a hit in the arm, a Charlie horse, but it was that times a bunch, and it was a bigger spot right there on my top of my hip.
Well, when I got over there, he was just walking around. He was, I did my deed and I'm proud of myself. But they're going into rut.
Yeah, they're going into rut.
They're going into rut.
Which I can't figure out because...
Oh, Jason, they're seasonal goats. This is their heat season.
I thought the girls didn't start till later.
No.
Okay.
You can breed... Some Nubians can be bred in leaving late July. It just depends on the female. So the boys get prepared ahead of time.
Yeah, that's true.
Their hormones are raging and they're ready for them when they do go into heat. Now I haven't noticed ours going into heat yet, and I don't look forward to it. But, it could be September, but the boys are ready.
Mm-hmm.
The boys are ready. So we're no longer breeding goats, as we stated. It's just something that's just too hard for for us to it,
Well, like I explained in the video, was that everything was perfectly lined up as something you've always wanted to do, and then your autoimmune disease hit, and that just threw us a curveball. Because at the time, we didn't know what was going on, and it took forever for it to get handled
that's right.
or
And y'all,
controllable. But you can have a flare up.
well, Capri was in milk
Yeah.
at the time. You know, I bred Capri. I was going to milk her. That was my goal. We built a milk room, and every morning when I'd go in there to milk her, it was such a chore. I just couldn't do it. And
Right.
I didn't want to ask Jason to help. Mary Carl would have helped, but I didn't want help. I wanted to do it myself. And so, you know, that was, gosh, I wish I could go back and pinpoint the timing, because I didn't get into the rheumatologist until April.
Right.
And that's probably about when the babies were born. And my medicine, it just wasn't working. I wasn't able to do it.
Yeah.
I wasn't able to do it. And milking twice a day, it was such a burden on my mind, thinking I don't feel like getting out of the bed. And then here I am, got to go, you know, milk the goat. And it just, the timing wasn't right. It wasn't right. And maybe that was the whole purpose.
Yeah.
Maybe it was my, you know, insight to, you're not supposed to be doing this. I don't know.
Who knows?
Because I couldn't do it. What was my diagnosis? Well, spondyloarthritis is the broad category, and nothing has been pinpointed. We may never know the exact diagnosis. My rheumatologist is very understanding. He is more off of how you feel than numbers on a blood work. So
yep.
I appreciate that. He knows that what I'm taking is working. And, you know, I have bad days still, but they're not bad like they once were.
No,
I don't have those days.
Yeah. So that was a bad time.
It was a very bad time. So I'm continuing the medication as follows, and I'm going to see him every 3 months to follow up, and just hopefully it doesn't lose its effectiveness.
Right.
But
I'm going to answer this too real quick. Mo and Joe, some people are saying, when are they going to be rehomed, or will they be rehomed before the ladies go in heat? Yes, they're going to be going to their beautiful new home in the next few days. And I do want to say this, that, and I think I would say probably 99% of everybody understood, but we're not just, you know, throwing them off or taking them to an auction or anything like that. They're going to a wonderful farm. They're going to have lots of, well, I say lots, but they'll have several girlfriends.
Yeah.
They're going together as a pair. They got a nice pasture. They got it's absolutely perfect. It may even be better than where they are, you know, their situation.
The guy knows about the gene that puts a buck into milk,
yes.
which is what Joe is experiencing. Y'all know we took him to the vet because, well, he developed an udder and started just producing milk, and we were scared something was wrong with him. And the vet said, you know, it's a good thing. It's a good gene to have, and if you're in the dairy world,
right.
But we wanted to make sure that he was healthy, and the guy that's getting them, he knows all about it.
Yes.
More about it than we do.
Absolutely. And they'll probably even I know they're going to get even more attention than they got. It's going to be perfect for them. Way better than us taking a chance and a risk of getting them fixed, which the vets have advised us not to do.
Yeah, they're too old, and they've been bucks too long to change that, if possible. Now, if we couldn't find the correct home, we may have, you know, taken a chance with that, but it was indeed a chance,
right?
Because they would have to be sedated, and recovery wouldn't be good.
There's always, that scared us. And also that, and I hadn't talked about this, was that, so we get those guys fixed and then move them over to the other goats. Mo and Joe are 5 times bigger than any goat over there. We still think that they would be dominant.
They would have to still be separated.
Beat up tip and top. And tip and top would be, you know, they would be so scared that they would be over in the corner somewhere. So
the girls would too. They would not want to be with something that was dominant.
That's true. Yeah. Yeah.
Everybody would be,
Mhm.
separated in their corners. And
Mhm.
who knows what Jesse and Honey would do?
That's right.
Who
Jesse,
knows?
I would say Mo's bigger than Jesse by far, don't you?
It's a close call. It's a close call.
Yeah. Yeah.
Um,
But that's it. So that they're going to get to still be bucks and still do. I mean, so they're going to be way more happier
I can't tell
being a
y'all
buck.
how many
And
messages I've gotten on my videos. I thought y'all were rehoming those boys, and y'all, it just hasn't been the appropriate home.
yeah,
We were looking for the perfect home.
that's right.
We didn't want to just take them and not know where they were going, because it's easy to part with something that way. But when we get something that comes to live at this farm, they're here forever. And life took a turn. And,
That's right.
and I did not feel comfortable just not knowing where they were going. I needed them to be cared for because I love them. I mean, even though they stink and even though they rear up at Jason, I still love them.
Well, we still love them.
But it was important to us to know where they went. Who is my rheumatologist? Dr. Vashani at UAB. Sorry, I saw that and I felt like I needed to. R-A-J Vashani. I don't know how to spell it, but that's his first name.
The goats are using the picnic table.
Yes, they
still
are.
Using the picnic table.
So I have answered time and time again when I see that. Why are the goats still there? I'm like, well, we hadn't found the perfect home yet.
Yeah.
And it's just it just, the time wasn't right. And breeding season's almost here, so they will get to work several months. Somebody wanted to know how long rut lasts. Probably until, I would say they'd be in rut until February.
Yeah.
Maybe March.
I think so.
It's a long time. It's half the year, basically.
Yes, there will be the recipe card in the pre-order skillets.
All right, so let's talk about
let's talk about the skillets. Let's do it. First of all, we're still overwhelmed.
Well, those of you that don't know, we opened up the pre-orders for the skillets because we reached out to Lodge. They were able to get us a second batch of skillets, but the price did increase. And that is because of the tariffs. That
it was the cost of raw materials have gone up. This is what they told us. And the cost of labor has gone up and the tariffs. So those three things have caused the price increase.
And we were able to keep it at a $5 increase. And so the skillets went from $29.99 to $34.99. And we will be shipping those UPS just like we did previously. We will be doing the shipping. We will be including a recipe card just like in the last batch. Speaking of that, I need to get those ordered and coming from Jeremy.
Okay.
So we can have those. But the pre-orders are filling up. And while there's not a limit, there is a limit. If that makes sense. We know that we're only 2 people and we'll have help. But there's only so much we can accommodate. So we're overwhelmed at the response for the pre-orders. I just can't believe it.
And I'll go ahead and say this too. The first ones we got out in one day, I don't think we'll be able to do that with the pre-orders.
If you get them out in one day, then you're Superman.
Yeah, because it's been crazy. I can tell you.
It's been crazy. So I've seen a couple of people say, can we get a bigger size? No. The 8-inch skillet is what we went with. And the reason was because of shipping. They weigh 3 pounds a piece. So 3 pounds a piece in a box that's 11.5 by 8.5. The cost of shipping would be substantially increased if we went with a larger size.
Right.
Our cost to you guys would be substantially increased. And it's just, we felt that it was the best thing to do. In order to do a different size, they have to retool. They have to make a new plate. I wonder if they'll give us that in the end.
I don't know. Well, she said that the whatever, I guess the tool is kept forever and they got a wall that they're hanging on.
That's right.
So that our logo will be hanging somewhere in the factory.
So we won't get it back
forever. Yeah.
we don't get it back.
Yep.
There will not be another pre-order for
Mhm.
these skillets. This is it. If you want it for a Christmas present, you order it now. This is it. There won't be any more after this in the 8-inch skillets. We're done. Do you agree?
I agree.
I mean, what's this?
And unless we decide to,
If they
if
want to
to round
swap
up
up,
and order some extras or something, we keep them in the. I don't know. We haven't discussed that yet.
and,
We'll see when the pre-order's over. How
and the
many
way
there
it
is.
works is, okay, so
Yeah.
tell them we want to make 100 skillets. We tell them we want to make 100 skillets. Well, they pour the iron in to make those 100 skillets. Well, it either comes out as 93 or 107.
Mhm.
So they can't get the exact right amount.
Yeah.
So whatever number we pre-sell, we will go overboard with that to make sure that the iron that's poured up will make at least that plus some.
Also, international shipping. So, what's the deal with international shipping? So, here's the thing with that is that it's all logistics for Brooke and myself. We're in a teeny tiny rural town. Our post office can't handle a lot. UPS is right now our best option because we have a UPS, store within 20 minutes of us, and that's kind of it. We don't have a FedEx, and we don't have. So let's just say, for example, we had 1,000 international orders. We got to figure out how to get 1,000 3-pound skillets. So that's well, it's really 4 pounds once you add the card, and so that's 4,000 pounds worth of skillets that we got to figure out how we get them to DHL or FedEx. Will they send a 18-wheeler all the way to our little bitty country? And then we got to figure out how to get the 18-wheeler in our farm and load it up. So that's the reason why right now that there's no international shipping. I just don't see how me and Brooke can handle it right now.
And it's not that we don't appreciate each and every one of our followers.
Yeah.
When I look at the, as a matter of fact, I was looking the other day where our viewers are from.
Mm-hmm.
I was looking at the statistics of YouTube, and the viewers from other countries is just astronomical. I mean, there are a lot of viewers that watch us from outside the United States, and we don't mean to cut y'all off by all means. It may sound like we are, but it's just not possible.
And Rick, we're not blaming anything on the price increase. We're telling y'all exactly what Lodge told us.
I've got a text from Lodge.
I put the text in the video. That's the exact text from Lodge. So what they told us is what we're telling y'all. We're not, me and Brooke are not just throwing something out there. That is exactly what Lodge told us. Those 3 things are the reason why the price increase. Now, from my understanding is there's not very many iron mines out there in the United States.
Right.
So they do import raw materials into their facility to be able to make cast iron because the United States is not producing that much iron.
I tell you, that was part of it that amazed me when we went on the tour. They had these big, humongous, I'm going to call it bins, but it's not really bins. They're made out of like cement blocks, and it was separated. The iron was separated. And I actually put some of it in my pocket and brought it with me. However, I don't know where it is now, but they had different types of iron that they had to import from different countries in order to make their formula work, and it was just crazy. They had this big magnet that came down, it scooped up the right amount of this iron, the right amount of this iron. You think iron's iron, but it's not. It's a blend, and it's made up to their perfect specifications. And they do import that because there's not enough of it here in the United States. Now, Lodge is a USA company, and it's all manufactured in the USA, but that doesn't mean that they can supply all the iron from the USA. So if you're having questions about why it's USA made and there's tariffs, there you go. They buy iron in large quantities, and it has to be brought in from an outside company, or not company, country. And that is where the tariffs come in. I'm sure somebody from Lodge could explain that better to you, because obviously they have questions every day. Why is your price going up? Why is your price going up?
Somebody said that they understand that the iron is bought here and then shipped overseas and then sold back to us, which I can see that too. It probably has to go through some type of process. Who knows? I don't know. I'm not a I'm not a hire person.
Well, that's why I said I think Lodge could explain it better than us.
Yeah.
But if you want to go to that link, that's fine. But this is what we were told, and all we can do is tell you it's due to tariffs and that the iron's brought in from some outside country. So we're happy that they reached out to us and wanted to work with us. And so if you want to order one, that's fine. But if you choose not to because of $5 increase, I can't really do anything about that.
Right.
We didn't want to increase the price by all means. We got the deal with them back in, was it February?
Yeah, it was February when the first
February, and you know, I've had people tell me you're selling those skillets way too cheap. Well, we had a margin in mind as to what it would take for us to box them up, and we're not making a dime more on this batch than we were the next one. We're trying to keep the cost down for y'all.
That's right.
Enough of that.
All right. Let's see here. Little man.
Little man.
Little man is, I'd say he's 100%.
I'd say so too, Jason. That day that Dr. D came and he left here, maybe that's what I need to think about today. I felt so good knowing that his procedure had been taken care of. There was no more chance. Y'all, he had realized females were females.
Yeah.
At this young of an age.
Yeah.
He knew females were females. And Matilda is not the tallest cow that we have. And I certainly do not want her to be bred. You know, I don't really know when her heat cycle is. I can kind of tell when Mildred's is, but I haven't been able to tell with Matilda.
Yeah.
She's old enough to have gone through a heat. Let's just say Matilda got bred. I would feel responsible for that because you know how nervous I was during Tater's whole pregnancy.
Right.
It was such a relief to me to know that that was taken care of and over. But he's good.
He is good.
He's up eating with the big cows. He you know, the biggest competition that he has for grain is his own mama.
Yeah. Well, he likes to eat beside her.
And she'll take her head and do like this. And I'm like, what kind of mama does that? I mean, you can come nurse on me all you want to, but don't get my grain. And he just backs off for a second and he comes right back.
And he was banded.
He was banded.
I explained that in the last video too. He was banded.
We wanted to have him cut, but during this time of the year, the flies are so bad and it's too big of a risk for infection. So what Dr. D used was something I've never seen before.
It was a weird contraption.
It was weird. And there's no doubt that he did the job properly. You know, a lot of people, homeowners say so to speak, that's what we are. We're homeowner farmers.
Yeah.
If we had tried to ban him ourselves, there was a chance we didn't get everything. You know what I mean?
Yeah, that's true.
And I feel confident that Dr. D did the job absolutely spot on. Because when somebody does it themselves, they're awake.
Yeah, that's true.
You don't sedate them. So the cow's wiggling.
Yeah, that's true.
Calf, whatever you got going on.
True.
And there's a chance that didn't take completely. Right. But in our case, we know it was done completely.
It was. And also I want to get those cattle panels soon too. And move.
Is that the wind?
That's the wind blowing. You hear it? Isn't that crazy?
Yes. Yeah, I want to get the cattle panels too.
And get that done pretty quick.
Somebody want to know, does Mary Carl watch the videos? Nope. Brooke doesn't even watch the videos. Sometimes Jason has to tell me what's going on. It's just, if I start hearing my voice, I'm gone.
Yeah.
I do not want to watch it. I'm so glad Jason edits because I couldn't do it.
But getting back to little man, Dr. D, and the sedation, I had no idea. So I thought that we were going to catch him. And so Brooke and myself, and we didn't talk about this in the video, he goes in the cattle chute all the time and lays down in there. So he goes in there all the time. So we thought that, we just put his little bucket of feed in there and he's just going to go in the cattle chute and it would be fine. He didn't, y'all. Me and Brooke, I bet we tried for an hour. He would go and he would look in there and he'd see me and Brooke and he'd just walk around. And me and Brooke, we never did run or anything. We would just walk, and he would walk a bit. You could get pretty close to him, You could get within arm's distance.
We could have grabbed him if we wanted to, but we wanted him to go in that cattle chute. So
yeah.
With this, with it being opened up, we had it blocked off so he couldn't go in between the Moo Mansion. And we're on our last little bit of trying, and Dr. D pulls in the driveway. Well, Dr. D comes on through the barn. He just walks on back there, and he's like, "What are y'all doing?"
So I said, "Well, we're trying to get him in the cattle chute because so a lot of people, and not myself, and I know he did, will underestimate the power of a livestock, a goat, sheep, a calf. They're strong. It's way stronger than you think." And so that was my fear. But I knew Dr. D knew that. And he came over there and he looked around and everything. And when he came back, y'all, he had it was like a rod and it had a shot on the end of it. Did you see that?
Yes.
So
he didn't know how tame he was. He had given him a tetanus shot.
Yeah.
When we gave him the tetanus shot, we used a gate to kind of
gate method,
kind of pin him up and get him his tetanus shot. So he hadn't seen him since then.
And so I said, "Are you worried about catching him?" He's like, "We'll get him." And so when I saw his confidence level, my what little bit of anxiety I had went down, because I was like, well, if he's that confident in it, he is. And so then he brought a cattle rope.
Yeah.
And I was like, so, he's fixing to rope him.
So Dr. D had rotator cuff surgery.
Yeah, that's one thing we was worried
probably about. 4 months ago?
Mm-hmm.
And I said, Dr. D, are you going? No, Jason said, "Are you going to throw a rope on him?" And he said, "I'm going to try." And I said, "Don't mess your shoulder up." And so he throws that rope one time and he missed. And the second time he throws that rope, he rings him.
He got him. And we were able to control him. But once we got him, Dr. D ran over there and gave him a shot. And y'all, instantly, he calmed down and then he laid on down like a cow does right there. And next thing you know, he was asleep.
I thought he was going to work on him when he was just a little, groggy. But he went on out to his truck and he was taking his time. And I thought to myself, you need to be working hard. You need to be moving. Nope, he was waiting on him to go all the way out.
Here's the thing: when Dr. D's here and we're trying to catch animals, I always have the camera set up where I think it's supposed to happen. And it never happens. It never happens. Something always, moves or goes out, so it never gets in frame. But yeah, he's awesome. He really is. He's really, really good. And y'all hear it sometimes because he'll be close enough to the camera and y'all can hear him talking to the animals. But a lot of times you can't. And he's so apologetic. He's like, "I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry, baby. I do love you. I love you. But I'm so sorry that I had to give you that shot."
And he had some other things to take care of while he was here. So he left him kind of snoozing, and he'd say, is he okay?
Is he okay?
Go out there and take a peek at him and make sure he's waking up. And he actually gave him 2.
It counteracts with the sleeping
It's like
medicine.
ephedrine, isn't it?
No, I asked him, I said, "Is that adrenaline?" And he said, "No." He said it binds to, and he explained
it's a reversal.
It's a reversal. And he gave him that, and of course he woke up, and he kept saying every 15 minutes or so, he said, "Go check on him." So we go check on him because we had to go get Curtis taken care of in the donkeys. Then after that, he does this every time. So when he leaves, he's about to leave, he'll say, "Send me a text and let me know how the calf's doing. Send me a text and let me know how so-and-so's doing, how the goats are doing," because he wants to know, because he's worrying about it.
He told us one time when he was here, it was about 8:00 at night, And he said, we said, "Are you going home?" And he said, "Nope. I got to go check on a dog that I did a little surgery on this morning. I'm just not confident that he's where I want him to be."
He was worried about the dog.
And left here and went to their house to see about the dog. The people didn't call him. They didn't tell him to come check on it. He said that the dog was not where he thought that he should be after whatever surgery he had done. So, I mean, just goes this. He's in it for the right reasons. And I don't feel like there's a whole lot of those left out there.
Did we talk about him? Ooh and Anon, how big Moody was?
Yes.
Okay, so I don't need to show that again.
Yes, we talked. Yeah, we didn't show the picture.
I thought I showed the pictures of
didn't
Dr.
show
D.
the picture. He was, he had seen Moody. He said, "Is where's that cow that when y'all first moved here, I came and did something too?" And we said, "That's him. That's Moody."
He couldn't believe it.
He was like, "No, the cow, I think he had something stuck in his foot or something. I did something to him. Where is that cow? Dr. D, that's Moody."
I think I deleted him.
He couldn't believe it.
He was trying to take a selfie with him, and he just couldn't. So I took about 3 or 4 pictures with him, and I sent them to him. But yeah, he's unreal. And y'all, every time he comes here, every time. So he'll come here. He's here for a couple hours because we
want to do everything.
We want to do everything we can while he's here. And so I always ask him. I'll say, "You going home after this?" And he always gives me that look. And no, he's got on more calls he's got, but he's gone. He's going somewhere else.
Well, he's going somewhere else. He's at a little clinic this morning that he works at on Saturday morning till 12, and he's actually fixing Marty this morning. Marty the goat that went to live with the little girls in about an hour from here is being weathered this morning, and she sent me a picture. Marion and Marty are riding in the backseat of the truck with the girls, and they're pretty big now. And he is going to have his procedure. So, yeah, the whole family went to go have Marty fixed.
Yep. Oh, Marty.
They said that might be the last trip in the truck.
That might
be. That they can fit.
Wow.
Because the babies are growing up.
Also, speaking of Dr. D, he is supposed to be either here today or tomorrow to check on Willie's foot.
Dr. D is a man about town. Yep. I mean, he's got to get while the getting's good.
He does have a full-time job. He is the state vet and over the rabies.
Well, he's a state veterinarian. Yeah. So the state veterinarian takes care of all the rabies cases. And every rabies case gets ran through him in the state of Alabama. So he's got a full-time, very extensive job that takes most of his time.
Yep.
And then works at the clinic till 12 on Saturday. And he is going every waking hour after that and has 2 small children.
You can tell he absolutely loves animals.
If he didn't love it, he would not be doing it in his spare time.
Because it's almost 24/7 for him.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't know when he ever has time to relax.
He doesn't.
I just don't.
I asked him, I said, how did you deal with after you had your rotator cuff surgery? He said it wasn't easy.
Yeah.
Because he couldn't do anything.
Yeah.
And he's just a person that can't sit down. He's in the right job, but sometimes he's being a little overworked.
Somebody asked how Tater was doing when little man. She was a little concerned, I would tell y'all. So much so that I cut the electric fence on. She never did get, show any type of aggression or anything, but I just rather be safe.
She was mooing a lot.
She was mooing a lot, and she was right there. And of course, I couldn't film it because I was helping him, and so I do apologize on certain things like that. Y'all know us. When it comes to animals, it's them first, and filming is secondary. So. Yeah.
I saw somebody said something that kind of made me chuckle to myself, because if this did happen, we'd all be in trouble. They wanted to know, did Dr. D own the Flying Peach?
Oh no. Yeah, that's Derek.
That's the farrier.
Yeah.
So if Dr. D owned the Flying Peach, he'd be stretched out way too thin.
And Derek stretched out.
Oh, Derek stretched
because he's a farrier. on the side. Well, that's that he does. I mean, that's his job, and he does the Flying Peach restaurant. So yeah, he's stretched out too. And y'all have heard Derek talk to the
Derek is
animals.
the sweetest he can be to
Oh
all
my
the
gosh.
animals.
Oh, so this is what I was gonna ask you guys, and I know what y'all gonna say, and I'm gonna try to do it. The next time Derek comes, and he says it's okay.
Oh, you ask him?
No, I haven't.
Oh,
I
okay.
said, and he says it's okay. I want to live stream Derek working on the horse's feet. Now it's not going to be any me talking or looking at the camera or anything like that. I'm probably just going to set it up and just let it stream, and just whatever's in frames in frame, and whatever is it. And so that's something that I may do next time Derek comes by and works on their feet.
Well, we feel like we just hit the jackpot
Mm-hmm.
with everybody that helps us here with our animals, from Derek to Dr. D. I mean, anybody that has ever had any involvement with them has been spot on, just fantastic.
Yeah.
Even the equine vet that we had to come from out of town, not Dr. D, because he was involved in something else at that time.
I think he was hurt during that time.
No, I think that there was a rabies outbreak during that time. Do you remember when all those cats had rabies
that
in
may be what
Watauga
it is.
County? There was a reason we had to call another equine vet, but that vet was fantastic too.
Yeah, he was.
So we have
absolutely. He's the one that did Willie's teeth.
Right. He floated Willie's teeth, and that's when he said his mouth was really messed up.
Mm-hmm. He said jacked up.
Well, I didn't know if we would get in trouble.
No, I think we're fine with that.
That was his exact words.
Oh, me.
He was a vet that used proper grammar, but then when we asked him how his teeth were, he said, "It's pretty jacked up." We were like, that's something Dr. D would say, but this guy was really bad.
Yeah.
You could tell it was really bad.
Yeah.
And when Willie eats, he still does like this. You can tell that
he's missing several teeth.
He is.
Mm-hmm. Missing several teeth.
So back to cast iron, unless you got something going.
I got one more thing.
So here's my thoughts on the cast iron. I saw some comments where people were wanting to know how to clean it and how to store it.
Yes.
So I think if people want to know this, because a lot of people, this is their first piece of cast iron.
That's true.
Some people are experienced with cast iron, but I think we should show how we clean it and how we store it.
I think we'll do
and
that.
what we do before we put it up. And that way, some of you are just going to hang it on your wall, but a lot of you are going to use it. And if you're going to use it, well, you need to know what to do with it.
Yeah, I think we'll do that.
There's lots of different methods, but we'll show you what we do.
Yep.
And you can decide for yourself what method you want to use.
That's right. That'll work.
Because you don't need to let water sit in it. No. Some people, Tanya said, please do that.
Yeah, we're gonna do that. It don't take but a little bit in the video. So
right. And I use mine all the time. So it's just a matter of whatever we're cooking that night, to show you how to clean it and how to put it up. You don't want to let water sit in it. It will rust because it's iron. So we'll show you.
Yep.
We'll show you.
Definitely show you.
If you don't want to see that part, you can just fast forward.
Okay.
Or skip it.
That'll work. Termite update.
Termite update.
So the muffler's here, and
I didn't know it was here.
Yes, it's here. Yeah, the muffler's here, and
is it going to get out of there today?
It's about an 1/8 to 1/4 of an inch, and it's just because it's aftermarket. So I got to figure out.
Oh, it's not fitting right.
It'll fit. So this is. And I'm hoping that I got somebody, because I think I'm right on this, but I'm hoping somebody's watching this live stream right now that's a mechanic, a technician, shade tree mechanic, backyard mechanic, loves tinkering around with cars. Is it? Can I take a torch and heat that muffler pipe a little bit where I can move it just 1/8 of an inch or so where I think it'll fit?
You ain't using my oven gloves to hold it.
Use your oven gloves.
You're gonna have to have something to hold it if it's hot.
I can just use the pry bar.
Oh.
So that's what I'm wondering. So I'm thinking I'm going to heat it up a little bit and get it to where it can fit.
It'd have to be pretty hot to be able to move it, wouldn't it?
Yeah, it don't have to be glowing red, just a little bit. Just a little bit. I think I can get it just a little bit where I can get it. I tried using the pry bar, but I don't have nothing to pry on. There's nothing there.
So you're just prying on air.
I don't have anything where I can get any leverage to move it over just a little bit. So I'm hoping that I can just get it hot enough where I can just move it just a little bit. And I haven't
Philip
really.
said take it to the muffler shop. We can't get it to the muffler shop, Philip. We got to load it on that
Philip,
truck.
if I drove it right now, I'd get a ticket.
Catherine would be at her house saying, "Did y'all just crank up the termite?"
It is. Well, I thought about making the hole bigger. Somebody asked me that, but I'm scared because it's like an oval shape, kind of like an egg shape. So the
So then
hole
it
is
would
here,
be.
hole's there. I'm scared if I drill it out too much that I'm going to weaken it right there and it may break on me. So, anyways, I've only fooled with it for about 15 minutes. So I haven't, but today I think I'm going to, try to get that muffler on there today.
Brenda said YouTube, but here's the thing: is what do you look up when you're YouTubing it?
I don't
mean,
know
you
yet.
would.
I haven't done that. So, but yeah, I'm gonna figure it out. I'm gonna figure it out. So I thought there may be somebody on here that watches. Yeah, go ahead and heat it. Be fine.
Well, if there is somebody and we're not watching the muffler shops would weld it.
I don't think they would weld this. It's just where it bolts completely on right there. So if I can get that on, I think it'll be fine. Anyways, the only other issue is me trying to get it on there and hit it and all this. It's not like a regular muffler because this thing's air cooled.
Nancy
engine.
said somebody said yes.
Okay, good. That's what I'm thinking. I think
Eric
it's fine.
said the answer you're looking for.
Okay.
Yes.
Yes. That's what I'm thinking.
All right. There's Eric.
Look up pipe bending automotive. I know there's okay. Okay, good.
Several videos explaining.
I just got to shift it over just a little bit, not much. And the reason why I really need to get it there is because a normal muffler would only have like one pipe going in unless you had duals, and maybe it would be two. So you just got to worry about either one or two gaskets. Not this one. This thing's air cooled. It's completely different. So I got to line up 6 holes at the same time.
Yeah, that's a good idea.
Different gaskets.
They said, couldn't you get a ratchet strap and tie it around the muffler and use it to something else to pull the leverage?
Ooh.
Thank you, Lisa. That's a good idea.
I like that because I did.
You
that
could go
trick.
around the tire.
I did that trick with the lawnmower putting that belt on because I couldn't get the tensioner over.
That's what you need to do is use the ratchet strap.
As long as I don't pull the van over.
Well, if you do it to the tire, then you're not going to pull anything.
That may work.
If you ratchet strap the tire,
that may work. That may work.
Lisa, you spot on,
that
girl.
That may work. That may work.
So somebody sent an email and wanted to buy Caden a skillet, and that was such a nice gesture.
It was.
She said she had purchased one for herself, but she wanted to buy one to give to Caden. And we wanted to, I sent her an email back, but I wanted to let her and everybody else know that we gave Caden and his mom a skillet. So that's taken care of. But that was such a nice gesture. Such a nice gesture to think about him and getting him a skillet.
Oh, me. Michael Key said he did stay at a Holiday Inn Express once.
Did he?
Yeah. Talking about the muffler. That he's so goofy.
Goofy. Yeah, Lisa said girl power.
That's right. That is a smart one right there. That's why I'm glad. That's why I wanted to ask. Because I bet somebody would give me some ideas.
That was pretty good.
Yes.
Pretty good.
Man, that wind is. I mean, it's going to feel good outside today.
I don't know about that. Your daughter has plans for y'all today, by the way. So you better get that muffler put on quick. First, she asked me if I would take her. And of course, I said yes. And then she said, oh, Debbie wants to see that woodpecker, whatever it is. It's in the Coosa Wildlife Management area. And we looked it up, and it's only like ratchet strap won't melt because the muffler won't be hot.
It won't be hot. We're just going to do it when it's cold.
Just use it for tension.
And see if that may pull it over. It's not much. What
is the woodpecker that you want to see?
I'm scared if I say it that I might get flagged on this video.
Spell it.
Gosh, I don't even know how to spell it. Oh, let me see here. Why?
Yay, Marty did great. He's headed home. I looked at my phone and that was the text I got. So Marty's good. He's going home. Oh, I know what it is. It's a red Cockated. Cokkaded.
That's it right there.
She has seen it. She saw it in Louisiana when I went to go get the button machine, the button maker. But it is at the Coosa Wildlife Management. And she said you wanted to see it.
I do, because I haven't seen it, and it's one of those birds that are on the. It's not endangered yet, but it's on that level because they only make their nest in a certain pine tree that's not around anymore. And I forget, it's not longleaf, but it's a pine tree.
Loblolly?
Let me see what it says here. It's a certain pine tree.
Are they threatened?
It was the first species originally listed under the Endangered Species Act.
Endangered species.
It's been downlisted to endangered to threatened.
Okay.
I don't see what it is, but there's a certain tree, and that's why they've been cut down. But now they're trying to bring these trees back so that it doesn't go away.
Doesn't go away. And I said, well, Mary, I thought we saw that when we were in Louisiana. She said, Mama, what you don't understand is just because I saw something one time doesn't mean I don't want to see it again.
Yeah, that's right.
And Daddy wants to see it.
I haven't seen it yet.
So, Speed Bump Garage, Jason.
Yeah, I watched him. That's the Jack. He used to do the big pumpkins.
Okay. Grow Jack Outdoors.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Y'all got me curious about what tree this is.
What kind of pine tree it is? Well, I remember vividly when we went to Louisiana where we saw it. It was a pine tree, and I don't remember what kind it was.
Oh, it is longleaf.
Okay.
Oh, it was. I'm sorry.
So people are growing loblollies now for pine straw.
Yes.
And the longleaf pine tree is being depleted because of telephone poles, right?
And the longleaf takes forever.
Yeah.
So it's longleaf. That was it. So that's all Alabama was at one time. There wasn't any of these other ones. It was longleaf pine. So that's what it is.
So you have an agenda today, and that is to go see the woodpecker.
That's it. Mm-hmm.
Go see the woodpecker. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Well, no, there has not been any sign of the little hawk around, but we didn't see it before either. That's so, true. I mean, it's around. It's just not done any damage, and hopefully it doesn't ever do any damage again. That was just a crazy thing. We just walked in at the right time.
Mm-hmm.
Had I not went to check on those birds at that very moment, I never would have known what had gotten in there. And I'm just thankful that the bird was okay.
Yep.
Sounds crazy, but I'm thankful he was okay. All right.
I guess that's it. So I guess I better get started on termite pretty quick.
You better. And y'all, the pre-order is still going. It will go until next Friday.
The 15th.
The 15th. Right?
Yeah.
And that is unless that number exceeds something we can't handle before then.
That's right, because there would be a limit on that for sure.
But we will not be doing this again for Christmas. I mean, I just wanted to make sure everybody understands that once this is done, it's done. If you want one and you plan to get it for a Christmas gift and you don't get it now, there's not going to be any more.
Yeah.
It's going to be, I just don't see us doing it again.
Mm-hmm.
How did it get in the aviary? Well, there's a pigeon trap door. And so what that means is the pigeons have the ability to go in and out. And we open that trap door every morning so her pigeons can fly.
Mm-hmm.
And the hawk came in through the trap door, which, I mean, it happens. But most of the time, that, if y'all remember a year or so ago, I put a board up and I wrote "No hawks allowed" on it because we had a hawk that was getting in there then. Yep. And I sealed off that trap door because that's what it does. It's just swivels. And so the hawk came in through that door. Now it doesn't go to the big aviary. The hawk can't get in the big aviary, only to where the flying pigeons are.
Mm-hmm.
I hope that made sense. It's kind of hard to explain.
It's kind of hard to explain. There's
It's
so
kind
many
of hard to explain.
doors and locks and whatnot
Yeah.
and all of that in there.
Yeah.
Yeah. So.
Anyway.
Anyways.
Gosh.
Well. What?
I thought there was something that I was going to say, and I don't remember what it was. Kind of like a doggy door. Yeah, kind of like a doggy door, but it's intended for pigeons. So same concept.
Will I be putting out any more kids videos? Yes. There's 2 that are in the works.
How does my finger feel? Y'all, I've had some, I've had arthritis, obviously, but my whole hand, I told Catherine this morning, I said, my whole hand, it's like arthritis all day long. And I wore my brace last night because I really have not been wearing it routinely. And my hand does not hurt like it has been during the day. And I think it's like that doctor said, in the night, you try to make a fist.
That's weird.
And so when I have that brace on, I'm not trying to make that fist. And it's relaxing my fingers to minimize that pain. So I'm going to keep wearing the brace. I'm going to keep wearing the brace.
Keep wearing the brace.
All right. Is your coffee empty?
Oh, yeah. Mine's gone.
Well, mine is going off my shirt. You wouldn't even know it was ever there. Look at there.
Double check because the cup's black in there.
Yeah, you don't want to spill it all over you.
Nothing
Mine's
in there.
gone too. So.
Nothing in there. Is Jason ready? Jason ready for football?
He told me the other day how many weeks was left, and I bet he could tell me right now how many weeks are left.
Opening day, that first Saturday, there is like 6 games that start at 11 and don't get over till like 10.
What's
I don't
the
know
date of that?
what I'm gonna do. It's the last Saturday in August.
You better get that termite going before then. I know what it was. I know what it was.
What's that?
September the 20th.
Yes.
It's Petals from the Past.
Yes.
That is a meet and greet. It is called the Fall Festival. It's in Jemison, Alabama. And we would love for any of you that can come to come. The event is completely free. Petals from the Past is a nursery that we just love. And even if you don't want to meet us or come to visit, you would be amazed.
It's we say nursery, but it's more than a nursery. If any of y'all been, you know exactly what we're talking about.
It is an experience, is what it is. So we would love for any of y'all that can to come to September 20th, Petals from the Past meet and greet, and hope to see all of you that can make it.
I see a lot of Sooner fans on here this morning. I tell you what, and I think Oklahoma is going to be better than people are expecting.
All right.
That's my prediction this year.
I will agree. They're going to be good, y'all. All right. Y'all be good.
Y'all be good.